and gentlemen, we'll kick off in a moment. We're just waiting for one of our partners to arrive, Bill Ives. I think whilst we're waiting for him, maybe we will start, introduce everybody here. Thanks for joining us for the fight that's taking place here at the O2 Arena on Saturday, 28th of February, where we've got Tyson Fury defending his WBO International Heavyweight title against Christian Hammer from Hamburg in Germany. This is quite a significant fight for Tyson. We've said leading up to this fight on many occasions that it's a fight that he can't afford to lose, because the winner of this fight will definitely get a shot against Vladimir Klitschko after his fight takes place in April against Jennings in New York. So that's where we are, and as I say, it's a fight for Tyson that he seriously has to come out of this and has to look good in doing so. You have to take your hat off to him that he actually asked for a fighter that was ranked in the top 10. We got a guy who's ranked number 3. That says a lot about him. He's a fighting man. He wanted to keep busy. He didn't want to wait for Klitschko, and so that's what we've delivered to him. So now the ball's in his court to show everybody what he's capable of doing. We also got on the card the interim WBA middleweight championship of the world between Dmitry Chudanov and Chris Eubanks Jr. You may have read there's a little bit of a problem over officials. His manager over there and I hopefully will sort that out after this press conference. And we have today, from my left on the table, we've got John Fury, who's Tyson's father, Peter Fury, his trainer. We've got Mick Hennessy, who's a promoter of Tyson, and obviously Tyson, myself. Bill Ives when he gets here, Christian Hammer, who's fighting him. We've got Errol Silon, who's the manager of Christian from ECB Boxing, and at the end, Bullet Baser, who's the trainer. So everybody's here. Tickets have gone very well for this. We obviously have been very mindful that there is a show on ITV, so we are the Chudanov and Eubank fight will go on between 9 or 9:15, and immediately after that, Tyson will be in the ring. So there'll be no clashing with TV, and we're doing that obviously for our subscribers and other people who want to see all the fights. It's a bit stupid that you've got, much as I like terrestrial TV being involved in boxing, it's a bit stupid that we're up against it. The same thing happened last week, which obviously I don't think is good for the viewers. But anyway, as I say, tickets are going well. You can watch it live and exclusive on Box Nation. That's Sky 437 or HD 490, on Virgin 546 or Talk 525. So that's all the adverts out the way regarding that. We thank our sponsors, Raynham Steel, and we thank Coral, the bookmakers, for also being involved in the event. And I know you've got lots of questions to ask, so please feel free to do so.
How dangerous is Christian Hammer, considering you've already got the manager status?
You know about boxing, James, so you tell me. How dangerous is he?
Ireland is very decent. Great pedigree in the amateurs. Decent career in the pros.
So there we go. James Hilder answers the question for himself. Next question, please.
A question for Christian about Tyson. Obviously,
Über Tyson eine Frage an Christian.
How foolish is he taking this fight now when he could have waited to fight the champion?
Was hat er gesagt?
Kindisch macht er das teilweise. Jetzt den Kampf anstatt zu warten auf den anderen Kampf.
Aber was für ein Risiko geht er überhaupt?
Ja.
Ich oder der? Ne, er. Wie findest du das? Das ist seine Entscheidung, das interessiert mich.
Ja, das interessiert mich nicht. Das ist seine
That's not his interesting. That's his decision. You don't think about him, what he do.
Ich meine Probleme, was macht er?
You ask for the risk from what?
I'm asking.
Yeah.
Tyson was already the mandatory.
Yeah.
He could have waited and fought the mandatory, but instead he decided to face Christian in the fight. How foolish, how silly of Tyson Fury is it not to wait for the champion and instead fight Christian?
That's not. He's a fighter. He showed that he have heart and he want face a real fighter. That's respect.
Is that his answer?
It's answer, yeah.
That's his answer.
Yeah, it's answer.
That's great, thank you.
That he respect him for that he risk his position, but he will don't give him a chance for that.
We ask Christian if he thinks he'll get the shot against Vladimir if and when he knocks out Tyson.
Denkt er, dass er den Kampf gegen Wladimir kriegt, wenn er ihn
Du
ausmacht?
kriegst den Kampf gegen Vladimir.
Ja, wenn er ihn, oder? Ja, deswegen, ja, deswegen
Ich kriege die Chance oder die.
Nee, ob du die Chance kriegst, wenn du ihn ausnockst, sagen, deswegen sind wir hier.
Normal, darum bin ich hier. Darum habe ich so gut vorbereitet.
Of course,
Hier
for
zu
that
kommen, zu
reason he
gewinnen.
take also this risk, because the next
Ich
shot
weiß,
is a
das ist ein harter Kampf, aber ich habe
championship shot.
hier
That is the
gekommen.
reason why he take this fight. He risk also so much. He come outside, come over and fight outside, and of course he won't take the fight after that against Vladimir Klitschko.
And can you ask him, has he been looking at Tyson? Has he wanted to fight Tyson for a long time?
Hast du denn immer nach Tyson geguckt oder ist das dein Wunschgegner? Hast du ihn immer mal gewollt? Ach ja, das war der größte
Ja, das war
schlagbare Gegner im Leben.
Das war meine Träume schon lange, mit der zu boxen. Ich habe ein paar Kämpfe gesehen mit Chisora, der erste Kampf und so.
He feel himself lucky that they get Tyson Fury because he wait a long time for that shot. So he think he's beatable on the top ranking position, easiest for him.
They've actually fought on tournaments as amateurs in the past. Was it about 10 years ago?
Yeah.
About 10 years ago. So they both know each other from the amateur days.
Du hast also gegen Amateur mit ihm nicht geboxt.
Nicht geboxt.
You don't fight him. You don't face him in amateur time.
No, but fought on the same tournament.
Yeah, they was in the same tournament, but they don't face each other.
Meisterschaft.
But he beat the man who beat him.
And you beat the man who beat him, didn't you? And then he reversed it by beating the man who beat him a year or so later. Whoever he was.
Tyson, what do you remember of Christian went from those amateur tournaments?
Steve, amateur boxing is one thing. Professional boxing doesn't mean anything, you know. Like he said, he beat the man who beat me. I beat the man who beat him. It's really irrelevant. It was a long time ago. I ain't 10% of the fighter I am now. Back then, do you know, I was just a kid. Different fighter now. We're both different fighters. So in the amateur days, 10 years ago, 8 years ago, it doesn't really mean anything. But you know, I've anticipate he's going to come in with a good game plan and try his hand at taking me out and taking my mandatory slot, which that's what I'm there not to let him do.
Christian, what do you think of Tyson's performance against Chisora?
Was denkst du gegen die Performance von Chisora gegen Tyson? Was denkst du?
War eine gute Kampf, aber die Chisora war nicht in guter Form.
Beide.
Ja.
It was a good fight, but both two was not good in shape.
Das hat mir nicht gefallen.
That
Der erste Kampf war
I don't like that second fight. First fight was very great, but the second fight was not so good. Aber du.
Ja, habe ich
But-
Respekt,
but-
großer Respekt.
But he respect him very well, and he think he's a great fighter. He don't want make his performance down. That's only his mind, and he respect him for this step. And also as fighter, he think he's very quick for his high and for his way.
Could you ask Christian who have been his heavyweight heroes? I mean, does he like Max Spelling? Does he like Vladimir Klitschko? Does he
Wer
like
sind denn
Larry
deine?
Holmes?
Helden, die du magst. Wen würdest du?
Schwergewicht, wer ist dein
Wer ist
Lieblingsmann?
Evander Holyfield is his
What does he like?
favorites. He likes the quickness, all power, technique, everything.
Alles. Großer Herz.
Great heart and real fighter, real warrior.
Question for Frank and Mackenzie. Tyson beats Hamer and Vladimir Klitschko beats Jennings. Will you guys look to make the mandatory fight with Klitschko be another fight after.
No, that's the fight. That's what everybody wants. That's the fight to be made. There'll be no hanging around. That'll be the one that we'll be forcing to make. That's what this has been all about. That's what the investment in this is, to ensure that that happens, and doing our best to make sure it happens in the UK.
I think he's bigger in the UK or bigger in Germany.
I think it's bigger in the UK. I don't know what Mick thinks, but that's what I think.
Yeah, definitely bigger in the UK. It's for me, it's a 80,000 event. Definitely, that's bigger than the events that take place in Hamburg. That's for sure.
It's a Wembley or Arsenal fight. That's where it would be, and the most important thing is to have. I'm a big believer in getting home advantage, but I know that Tyson, in a conversation I've had, that he'd fight anywhere. But if we can get it here, that's the name of the game.
Frank, has Klitschko camp given any indication that he's willing to come here in the summer?
Well, Ken Hirschman's flying. I think he arrives today. He's coming in for this, to see the fight, and we'll see what happens afterwards. But you know what? Don't want to be counting chickens. It's a great position to be in. I mean, the name, and I'm sure nobody knows better than Tyson, that is to focus on Saturday. This guy is not coming here to sit down and accommodate everybody. He's coming in to get his chance. So I think that focusing on that and getting that job done, and then the next one hopefully falls into place.
Frank and Mick and Peter, maybe even John, is there a sense that Tyson has to look spectacular tomorrow night? Does he have to look good, or can he just do what he did against Derek, win every round and force it?
I thought he looked good against Derek Chisora.
It wasn't a 2-round blowout. Does he need a 2 or 3-round blowout here?
Look, he's mandatory, so the win's the most important thing. Definitely.
It always helps to something to be exciting. It gets the fans going, doesn't it? I mean, obviously, but it's I don't think Tyson doesn't seem to be involved in too many boring fights, does he? So I'm sure there'll be some good action there. And this fella's coming to fight. He's told you he's fighting heroes. He's fighting heroes of Alan Holyfield, and Evander only fought one way, and that was it. So you see him. He's a shorter guy, and he, that's that. He won't have to go looking for him. He'll be there.
Question for you. Giving away 7 inches to a hungry, young, unbeaten fighter. What makes you think you can neutralize that difference?
Ein junger, unbesiegter, hungriger Fighter.
Ich bin gleich.
Wieso denkt er, dass er ihn gewinnt?
Wieso denkst du, dass du ihn gewinnen kannst?
Ja, darum ich habe diese Chance gewartet, schon lange, und das ist meine Ziel. Weltmeisterschaft zu boxen.
Because I'm the same. He waited so long, and I'm more hungry than him.
If height was a criteria for being heavyweight champion in the world, Evander Holyfield would never won the world title. Mike Tyson would have been world champion. Hungry is an element. I don't think the size, is going to be such a problem. There are many other guys who've been, have not been 6'9" or 6'8", who've been, exceptional fighters, heavyweight fighters.
Ich habe geboxt mit großen Leuten. Das ist sehr gut für mich. Besser wie kleine Leute.
He likes to fight against higher opponents, and that's for him. He feels better if he can fight against higher boxer than him.
Und in dieser Gewichtsklasse ist, diese Gewichtsklasse ist nun größer. Das kommt alles drauf. Kraft, Schnelligkeit, und das ist nun groß und das was.
In this division, don't come for only the highness. That come on speed, power, technique, everything. That's not only. If you're high, you are the champion.
Oh, I know that. Just wondering if he had the necessary attributes to neutralize the Crawford title. It's not only Holyfield Tyson, but I just wanted to know what he.
But who tells that he cannot win in Saturday?
Microphones.
Er fragt, wieso denkt er, dass er gewinnt? Er fragt, sagt nicht, dass er
Darum
Yeah.
ich weiß, was ich kann.
He know what he can, and
Und wir zeigen Samstag
in Saturday he will show you what if he's good or not good or better than Tyson or Holyfield or not, that's not the question now. Tyson Fury is also not Vladimir Klitschko.
I'm better.
Det glad.
Better. Much better.
Det glad.
And we'll see that next.
You think.
We will see.
Everybody can make trash talk.
There's
or
nothing in the rules
talk.
says you can't bring a ladder anyway.
He will show it in the ring.
Keiner ist gut, jeder kann reden. Ich kann sagen, oh, ich bin...
We hope we make a good fight, that Vladimir don't stay in the living room and watch the TV and laugh about us like the last fights.
muss sehen, richtige Kampf.
We have to see real fight, that he be of course afraid of them.
Are any more questions? Are you all done? Lovely, thanks very much. Weigh-in is tomorrow, and obviously we'll see you on Saturday night, which will be an exciting night for and hopefully a momentous night for British boxing, when we see Tyson come through and hopefully go on and fight Klitschko. That's what this is all about. Thanks very much. Thanks, Tyson.
There you go.
Thank you very much.